Mike Mulligan here. Stress on Vermont Yankee energy and nuclear industry. I mean, big things are going on in electric utility industry. My personal opinion is the electric industry is in terrible shape. We're in terrible shape for the future. Mainly a lot of this stuff they're doing is stuff we don't necessarily need, but it's stuff that jacks up the electric rates. I think a lot of the motivation of the industry, assortment of energy suppliers and contractors and stuff like that, windmills and all that sort of stuff. You know, that's just the value of that is jacking up the electric prices on a little guy. It's not really doing us a favor and stuff. You know, it's jacking up the prices on a little guy, and when he's doesn't have an income or very little income and stuff like that. Incomes have been stagnant and declining for the middle class for 30 years, and certainly electric prices have been skyrocketing. You know, half of the problem with the utility industry, I think, is bad politics, of course, terrible politics in Washington, and executive with dollar bills in their eyes, or pennies in their eyes, and stuff like that. That's what I think. But I think the major problem is that the bottom half doesn't have the income that can support safety and the kind of grid that we want. We want a modernized grid that is efficient. It is we're not wasting money on stuff we don't need, and we're not supporting our green agenda on the backs of the electric ratepayers and stuff like that, or our nuclear agenda on the backs of ratepayers and that type of thing. I think we need a smart electric grid and supply system, and divorced from political ideas of choosing what source of electricity we have. I think we should really have a blue ribbon commission type of thing, and they tell us the pros and cons. The Department of Energy is supposed to do that for us, but they're silenced by that wild-man politicians in Congress and stuff like that. But they don't do that for us, and we don't really get an idea of why nuclear power is good, why it's bad, why green energy is good, why green energy is bad, and stuff, and objective information type of thing. We don't get that. We all get what the politicians say, that they can get them the most money and stuff, and the back scratching between the politicians and the electric utility industry. The electric utility industry has been consolidating for a number of years. There's a concentration of political power with these guys and stuff like that. And so unfortunately, I think that's bad for us all. Never before has the electric industry been so close and so anti-democratic, so anti-transparent. Everything is hidden behind the scenes. Most everything is hidden behind the scenes, and we don't see how it operates. And back in the good old days, we in the 60s and 70s, we had Star Trek in front of us, and the space race was mind-boggling, beautiful, and stuff like that. And we were exploring the edges of our knowledge and stuff like that. And in ways we were doing that with our even that thought process translated into our utility industry. Modernity was coming over us and overwhelming us at times, and a lot of the political problems, and Vietnam and stuff like that. But we had such amazing advancements and stuff, and we thought it was a good idea to what is our electric system, and how is that going to serve us in the future? How is that going to serve us in the future, and how does that how does that relate to modernity? And do we want old coal plants? Then nuclear power came onto the scene, and we had ideas of greatness for our nation, and we were so proud of our science and technology and all that sort of stuff, and we had transparency with our electric system a lot of times, and seeing what our electric system, democracy, and that's missing. I think that's missing. Now is all this politics stuff, and everybody scratching each other's back, and hiding everything behind curtains and stuff like that. It's terrible. I mean, we look to our utilities as the grand organizers of people and of modernity and progress in our nation and stuff, and we look to them to their future and how we're going to live our lives in science and technology, and dazzle us with the future type of thoughts, with modernity that was coming massively at us in the 1960s and 70s, and that's all disappeared now. That's not really, they don't dazzle us with anything. A lot of this green stuff is, everything's limitations. Limitations. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough money. And we have priorities and budgets and stuff, and we get this world of limitations around us. This self-created sense of limitations and stuff. We don't have this spirit of the inventing stuff. And inventing a new world, and looking forward to this world in front, this beautiful world in front of us anymore. It seems like I worry about that. I worry about how the utility people are one of the most potent political force in the United States, and Vermont certainly, and New Hampshire, and a lot of senior executives. They prepared them for intervention in the political system, and they join political. They go into office as aides and stuff like that to the governors and the president and stuff, and. Electricity is still important, and it should be. They should have it in our political system, but they have amazing power to shape our lives, and it's mostly these pressures and forces are mostly hidden from us, unfortunately. And so the stresses on Vermont Yankee and energy and our grid today. We got low growth. Low growth is insufficient for the health of our electric industry. It gets you wondering about. They want us to conserve electricity and screw the utilities, but if they don't have enough money to maintain themselves, we're in trouble. Natural gas fracting is driving down the price of electricity, especially in the Midwest and stuff. And it's a concern if we don't, if we go crazy on natural gas and stuff. Wall Street analysis. Wall Street firms are saying that energy can't survive with Vermont. Vermont Yankee isn't making enough money and stuff like this. So that's another pressure on the industry and stuff. And so, like I said, why can't the utility industry dazzle us with the future and stuff? Why can't they be like they were when I was a young man and that type of stuff? Why can't we admire them? Why do we hate most of them? And all the stuff with the snows and electric outages and stuff like that. Why do they such a drain on us? As far as we always got to pay attention to them, and they're always disappointing us, and there's something wrong with it, the way we manage that whole industry. There really is.